Alright guys, today is Sunday, October 23rd, 2022. Yesterday, Saturday, I did a video review of the Mayhew 2-piece shake and break socket adapter set, which you see back here, the 1/2-inch square drive one. Had a guy in the comments stating that, well, did you try a second impact wrench? He said that he thought this was defective, which it is not. My snap-on impact, which I used yesterday. So what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to try it with a different impact air hammer. This is one that I bought way back in the 80s from Sears. It's a Craftsman, but it's actually a Chicago Pneumatic. Okay, and so this thing is older than the hills. This is the only other one I have. So I have this one here that we're going to use today, and then I have the one I used yesterday. Everything's going to be the same. We have the same 5/8 diameter grade 8 nut and bolt with a washer here. We're gonna, as I said, use this Mayhew 1/2-inch adapter shake and break. We're going to use the same 3/4 inch box wrench. We're going to use the 1 5/16", the same one impact socket, and it's being torqued by the same Tecton 1/2-inch torque wrench, which I believe goes from 50 to 250 foot-pounds. Okay, and here you see the guy that made the comment. Let's see, I think you can see the whole thing right there. So you can just freeze the frame if you care to read the comment that he made, the lengthy comment. And hence why I'm doing this second part of the video. I also want to state that I had this set at the maximum rating as far as speed. You see those 4 notches here? Okay, you've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is the least amount of impact. So I have this set at the highest setting of impacts that it can do. And that's how it was set yesterday. And again, that's on my snap-on. So just so that you know, that's how it was used. I didn't state that in the first video. Another thing, guys, is I'm over at my neighbor's, as I stated yesterday, if you haven't seen the video, because of the vise setup he's got, on a big, huge bench versus the one I have, which isn't. I wanted plenty of strength. So, and I thought that, I said in one of the comments to the guy that I thought it was 110, but Don just said that the out pressure is 105. 110 pressure in the tank, 105 output pressure, which is way more than the 90 psi that the tool is rated to use at. Alright, let's see what happens. Well, no different than yesterday. So here's what we're going to do, guys. This is my neighbor Don's 20 volt max DeWalt impact driver. Okay, we're going to try this. It's not an impact wrench, it's an impact driver. We've got our, and he's got the adapter on here, and we've got the exact same 1 5/16 impact socket. This has been retorqued to 125 foot-pounds that we've been using for the demonstration. So we're going to see if this does a better job than either one of these air hammers did with the Mayhew tool. So let's see what happens, guys. And Don, can you get do you have your watch on? Okay, so I want you to go at an even number so that you can tell me to wherever you want to go, Don. Hang on a second when I'm ready here. Okay, I'm ready. So go. How many seconds?
3 seconds.
All right, guys. Thank you, Don. 3 seconds. A simple ass impact driver. Okay, we don't even know the state of the charge of the battery. Let's see here. I think, oh, we can press it here. Okay, so it's a full charge. But still, we did a better job with this DeWalt impact driver. And Don said that was the one I gave him. I gave him a couple when I switched over to Cobalt. I only had a couple DeWalt tools. But in any event, this did a better job than an impact hammer with that Mayhew adapter. So if you're questioning which DeWalt impact driver we used, it's the DCF885. So guys, we're going to try it. We're going to go back and try it again. Now this has a shorter stroke with more impacts, and I have the manual at the house. It's buried because I haven't used it and so needed the manual. But this is a short stroke air hammer, and this is a longer stroke. The snap-on that I used yesterday is a longer stroke, and I think it's got more power with less impacts per minute, where this has more impacts per minute, shorter stroke. All right, guys, let's do it again. Now guys, I was bearing my weight on this wrench. I mean, I was pulling on it. I was leaning into it. Okay? Didn't do a damn thing. Alright guys, let's go back to my snap-on. Okay, and it is set at the maximum amount of airflow through here, which would be the maximum amount of impacts per minute, the fourth line, as I showed earlier in the video. Let's see what happens. And I'm going to lean into this. So I'm going to hold this with my left hand, and I'm going to bear my weight and pull on this wrench and see what happens. Well, what more needs to be said or shown? Okay guys, so we're going to go back. Yesterday you saw me break this free. It's been retorqued to 125 foot-pounds. Yesterday in the video you saw where I broke it free just by hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that on there like this, hold it, okay, and then just break it. Now, but I'm not going to do it. You want to step up, Don?
Yes.
Now, Don, how old are you?
I'm 80 years old.
All right. So, go ahead and give that a try, Don. Excellent, Don. You know what? I might return to Mayhew Tools and just keep you at... I'll just call you whenever I need the job done.
Anytime.
Well, guys, in closing, I'm not sure what to say. We've tried everything. The original air hammer, a second air hammer, and an impact driver. Now, you can't tell me this was damn near, I think Don said 3 seconds, but you know what? Go back. I mean, it was damn near instantaneous by the time I pushed that. In my opinion, if this thing here, battery operated, it's a, impact driver, can take 125 foot-pounds and loosen it in that manner, and an 80-year-old man can do it quicker, then I don't know what to say. Again, this is no corrosion, no rust. This is an ideal situation right here. This is the most ideal situation you can have. And I guess I don't understand, not trying to knock the company. I've got some of their chisels and stuff, so I just don't know. I find this tool, I guess, to be very impractical, because like my neighbor said, if something doesn't bust, and you do try this, you're going to find out it doesn't work. You're just going to go ahead and use an impact. You're going to use an impact wrench. Or try, you know, if it's that tight that you can't do it by hand. But when I did 125 foot-pounds, I thought that was a fair number. That's your average, what you're going to have. I mean, that's on the high end of most things. It should have loosened it without any issues.